What's going on? It's your boy Ashley Knuckles. Back on you one more time. Been a little minute since I've been back on the scene. It's probably been like a week or so. Boxing wasn't really on nothing for that week, but I'm back up in this thing. Ready to talk about upcoming fight that we all want to see. The rematch between Deontay, the Bronze Bomber Wilder versus King Kong Luis Ortiz. Of course, everybody by now should have seen the first encounter. It was very entertaining. Had a lot of ebbs and flows. The biggest takeaway from the fight was the fact that Luis Ortiz did not come to lose. He did come to fight, and he put up a great account of himself. And he brought Deontay Wilder in that water. The way the fight went, of course, Deontay Wilder was playing it cautious. He didn't look to just go and bomb him out in typical Bronze Bomber fashion because he had respect for the opponent that he was lined up across the ring with, as he should. As Luis King Kong Ortiz is by far the most avoided heavyweight in the heavyweight division. He is a little bit long in the tooth due to his age, but he's not showing no ring wear. He's not showing that the ring is ready to send him on the retirement road. The guy's skills is still above average. He can still box. He can still box and move. He can still set up big counter shots. Once he decode whatever you're doing in the ring, hit you with a big straight left and a right hook, being that he is a southpaw, a heavyweight southpaw, and get you out of there. I mean, the guy is the goods. You know what I'm saying? And had Deontay Wilder not been at the top of the heat within the heavyweight division, Luis Ortiz would have been in that spot as the heavyweight champion, looking to make his claim as a unified champion, or possibly undisputed champion of the world, which we still have not sorted out yet. And if there was ever a person on Deontay Wilder's ledger that was worthy of a rematch, I would have to say it is Luis Ortiz. Due to the fact of the way the fight ended, he feels that it was stopped premature. I beg to differ, because he was on Queer Street, big time. The dude was gone, and it's not like he encountered something that the other 41 people Deontay Wilder fought didn't encounter. They all touched the canvas. They all know that he got that bazooka. You know, that he got power in both hands. That he's just this skinny guy, look like he should be hooping, but he's able to generate unprecedented amounts of country-ass power, stretching them boys. Kind of similar of Felix Trinidad, being of the fact that he was too tall and thin, and just sending boys on night-night. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, man, I definitely think the rematch is going to be a little bit different. I don't see Luis Ortiz really pressing Deontay Wilder. We all know that when you fight for a world title, you got to take the title away from the champion. But due to the fact that Luis Ortiz has been stretched before, I really think he's going to be weary of the right hand, you know? And instead of really pressing him, I think he's going to be trying to box while moving away from the right hand. And we already know why, because all Deontay needs is one shot. I mean, he said it best. Most of the guys that he fights have to fight the perfect fight for the full 12 rounds of the championship fight. And all Deontay Wilder got to do is get it right for a few seconds, enough to land that big right hand or the big left hook. Because if he get enough torque on it or enough snap on it, you know, it's good night Irene. And even if he don't want to go for the knockout, we saw at least in the first Stavern fight that if he wants to fight bagging up behind the jab and using the ring, he can do that as well. But that's just not the way the Bronze Bomber gets down. You know, they don't get paid for overtime. He's trying to get these guys out of there, and I understand completely. But if he would have learned something within his career in terms of always looking for the big shot, it would be the fight against Tyson Fury, because a lot of boxer punchers over time will abandon their skills because they always looking for that one punch power. And that fight, he should have learned that that's not always the best recipe when you're trying to get victory. So in the rematch, like I said before, I don't see Luis Ortiz trying to decode what Deontay Wilder's doing. I don't see him pressing Deontay Wilder, bringing the fight to him. I don't see him counter him and, you know, and really setting up combination punches and staying in the cut with him, staying in the trenches with him, and, you know, trying to win in the exchanges with Deontay Wilder, because he paid a tremendous price the last time. And he's a smart fighter. He's not trying to go through that a second time. You know, he's a guy that he's been stopped before, you know, and because he's been stopped before, and because he knows the capabilities of the guy that he'll be fighting, the WBC champion, when it comes to, you know, hitting guys flush, then he's not going to be willing to stay in close quarters in exchange when he got Deontay Wilder hurt, because he had the Bronze Bomber hurt. Go back and check round 7. He almost got Deontay out of there. And if he didn't get him out of there, he was going to put him down. But one thing I will give that country dude, man, is that dude has some recouping powers like I never seen. Because by the time he got to the corner, turned around and had a seat, he was back up in that thing like he had never been hurt before. And, you know, it's just strange, man, because this guy, he light in the ass. You know, he come to the ring most of the time about 212, 210, 211. But he's at his best when he comes to the ring about 225. And I hope that he does that moving forward, because these boys going to have some problems if he do. To me, that's his best fighting weight. But we'll see what happens when these guys mix it up again. But I see, you know, Luis Ortiz, like I said, moving away from the right hand, boxing on the move, but boxing on the back foot, just trying to stay away and try to make Deontay pay for his mistakes by hitting and not getting hit. But when he counters, he'll only counters and maybe ones. I'm sorry, he'll only counter in maybe ones or maybe ones and twos. But he's not going to stay in there and look for the openings and try to land combination punching over and over to get Deontay Wilder out of there, unless he just hurt him with a shot. If he hurt him with a shot, then yeah, he's going to try to get him out of there. Other than that, he's going to be trying to outbox Deontay Wilder. Like I said, he's been stopped before. And he's not going to be trying to take chances and take unnecessary risk. But I do believe, due to the fact that he will be weary of the right hand, he will leave himself open for other punches. Deontay Wilder's not a one-handed fighter. He does have a pretty good jab. He does have a good left hook. And if you only looking for the right hand, you only setting yourself up for failure. And it'll only cause you to make mistakes in the ring. And when you're in there with Deontay Wilder, he's not a guy that you need to make mistakes with, because all it takes is one mistake and one shot. So in this fight, I see Luis Ortiz getting stopped again. And similar to the first fight, it probably will be late. But make no mistake about it, this time it won't be questionable, at least in his eyes, on whether the fight was stopped premature or not. It wasn't the last time. He think it was. This time he'll know I was beat by the better man, and possibly we can set up some of these unifications that we all clamoring to see. But anyway, man, that's how I see it. I wanted to make sure I get my prediction and breakdown out there. Damn the prediction. I wanted the breakdown to be out there, and I wanted to be right. So, you know what I'm saying? You can predict it however you see fit. If you think Luis Ortiz is going to be the better man in the second go-around, which it can happen. These are heavyweights. Anything can happen in the ring, and most importantly, anything can happen when you got the plus 200-pound guys mixing it up on fight night underneath the lights. You know what I'm saying? But I think Deontay Wilder, you know, he's on the roll, man. You have to teach this boy how to lose. And, yeah, I don't see it happening, man. It's a young man's game. Deontay Wilder still hasn't shown he's on the decline. And Luis Ortiz hasn't either, but he is a 40-year-old man. And, you know, B-hops don't grow on trees, neither do George Foreman's. And if you've been around sport long enough, you know exactly what I mean by that. But anyway, that's all I got. It is your boy, Ashy Knuckles Boxing, and I'm out this thing, man. Till the next time, man. Be easy. If you like the content that you heard in the video, subscribe to the channel. Hit the like button and the bell icon so you can receive notifications whenever there's a new video or whenever Ashy Knuckles decides to go live. Also, go by mandatorydefense.com where the ring sorts out the facts for the latest news and updates and views in the sport of boxing. Also, go by facebook.com/comeoutfighting and like the page. You can also catch up with your boy, Ashy Knuckles, on Twitter at A Puncher's Chance. And if you want to donate to the channel and to the website and in general to the cause, look in the description box below. You can catch me at PayPal me at Ashy Knuckles Boxing. That's all I got for you. I appreciate y'all for stopping in. It's your boy Ashy Knuckles, and that's all I got for you. Peace.